Hello guys, I'm back from another video and today we're talking about what if Deku was reincarnated into Genshin Impact. So, in the last video we talked about how after, waking up, they would slowly get out of the bed as they would start, preparing breakfast. After a bit of talking, Izuku would explain that they should probably prepare because soon they're finally going to, Inazuma. After being told of this, Xiangling and also, Gutao would basically, hear this and would basically tell their customers, including, closing off their shops because of this reason. And after doing that, they would start packing up all of their things for tomorrow. After falling asleep, they would wake up and would basically get out of there. After getting out of Inazuma, not Inazuma, man, out of Leeway, or in this case, they're, in more specifically, Shangling. So they would also meet up with, Hu Tao. As after going around, around Leeway and seeing all of the people basically saying goodbye to them, including some of their, closest friends, mostly, Hu Tao's and also, Shangling's closest friends, like, for example, um, Zhongli and also, Yan Fei. And after doing that, they would basically go onto the large ass ship of Beto and would basically start leaving, saying goodbye to everybody. As while they're basically now. What the fuck was that? Sorry about that, it was just some rats on the ceiling. I absolutely hate them. Anyway, continuing on, as while they're in the ocean, or at least, basically on the ship, basically waiting for, just waiting until it's finally time for them to get out of there to basically, go to Inazuma, or in this case, get into Inazuma. It was already nighttime as they would start preparing dinner, as all of the girls were basically, spoon feeding him, as some, Beto was basically laughing at this, as Izuku would basically bash on her for basically having a relationship with, Ningguang. Which, by the way, I do believe that's a ship. You can't tell me otherwise. I mean, all of the, interactions with, Ningguang and a bit of the internet basically, basically, soaking up all of that, info and also a bit of theories, well, I sort of came to the conclusion that, Beto and Ningguang should be together. And you can't tell me otherwise. And the fact that, and the fact that Kaza is living with, with Beto and also kinda looks similar to Ningguang, well, I can definitely see why. And so, after that, they would basically fall asleep after eating dinner. After waking up, hearing a bit of noise, they would see that a few, Fatui, agents have arrived to basically try and stop them, to basically get them, trying and stop them to, trying and stop them from getting to, Inazuma. And when Izuku saw this, he would basically become a little bit angry and would basically do a Madara and would basically do a planetary devastation. But instead of putting it, basically throwing it into the ground, instead it's going into the water, causing everybody to, sort of drown. Mostly some of the members, but some of them still lived and would start swimming away. So yeah, after that, they would basically get out of the boat as everybody was getting out of there, basically, getting into Inazuma. After that, we go to, a different perspective. In this case, Raiden Shogun. As Raiden would basically be in her, throne, basically, just waiting until she would sense, Izuku nearby, as she would start going towards the direction of where Izuku is. And as for Kuchisara would have basically a spider sense of sorts, specifically only for Izuku. As when she felt that Izuku's nearby, she would start rushing towards that direction as fast as freaking possible. And finally, we basically ended off the episode as a man by the name of Ayato wants to, meet up with this Izuku, aka the person that, defeated his sister, aka Ayaka. And that is where we basically ended off the episode. So yeah, let us talk about what happens next. So, we basically go back to Izuku, as Izuku is basically with all of his girls, basically going into, the village where we basically, just imagine the starting off village where they first met, Ayato. Not Ayato, I meant, what's his name? Yeah, Toma, basically. As while they're basically, they're just basically waiting for Toma, as one of them would say this. So, Izuku? As Izuku would say this. Yeah? As Amber would say this. So, this Toma person, he's actually from Mondstadt, as he would say this. Yeah, apparently he was brought here by, his parents, and apparently he's gonna be staying here from now on. That is why he's called Toma. And as Izuku would start thinking in his mind, I think his actual name is just Thomas or something, he would basically think in his mind. But after thinking that, Izuku would say this. Either way, so, are you guys excited? As Cleve would say this. Yeah, I want to go fish blasting. As Izuku would say this. Please do not. I swear to God, if you dare fish blast anything, I swear to God, he would basically say, as Noel would say this. Oh, don't worry, Izuku. Besides, both Hutao and Shangling are gonna be taking care of her. As one of them would say this. What do you mean by that? Said Hutao. As she would say this. Well, I guess it's better for you to basically take care of her. After all, both of you are sort of childlike. As, Hutao would start to become a little bit angry as she would start, arguing with, Noel. Little boy. Jesus Christ. As for, Shangling would say this. Hey, Izuku. As Izuku would say this. Yeah? As she would say this. I want to go to the Dongo shop. Do you want to go with me? As Izuku would say this. Oh, sure. And so, they would, both of them would start leaving, as Izuku would explain to them, mostly to Lumine, that they're going to be leaving to go to the Dongo shop, and he's going to be getting them some Dongo as well. After saying that, Lumine would basically agree to that, and they would start leaving to go to the Dongo shop. Nearby, as we go back to a certain Raiden Shogun trying to find Izuku, as she would say this. I sensed Izuku here. Where is he? She would basically start looking around as some of the citizens were a bit afraid, knowing that, that's their Archon. And some of them are thinking, please don't tell me she's planning to destroy anybody here. Like all of them are praying inside. As she would say this. I sense it. As she would look over and would see the Dongo shop. As she would say this. They're there. She would basically say as she would start running towards the Dongo shop. As a few hours before, as Izuku would say this. There we go. As she would say this. So, this is the Dongo shop? As Izuku would say this. Yep, I actually went here a while ago, or at least I think so, back when I was in Inazuma. As she would say this. Oh, I see. As Izuku would say this. Yeah, now, I'm gonna be getting some, some Dongo now. As she would say this. Oh, okay, but, as Izuku would say this. Oh yeah, you can just stay here. I promise, I will just get you some Dongo. Just tell me what flavor you want. As she would say this. Well, is there... can you make mine, green tea? As Izuku would say this. Sure. I'll be getting, red bean for mine. After saying that, Izuku would basically go into the Dongo shop. So, we go back to the present as, Raiden Shogun is going towards that shop. As she'd say this. Izuku? As after saying that, Izuku would basically just look over and would say, well, that's... As he would look over and would say, wait, Raiden? As she would say this. Izuku! As after seeing him, she would basically jump towards him as, the rest of the patrons there would say, what the fuck is going on? As they would see that after that moment... Let's just say Raiden was doing something suspicious, to say the least. As she would basically grab Izuku by his collar and would instantly kiss him. Oh boy, let's just say it's definitely gonna be interesting for the rest of the people there. As all of the people there were just going what the fuck? As all of them were just looking at the, looking at their fucking Archon, basically kissing a fucking foreigner. Just imagine that! Just imagine, your patron god, basically kissing a random guy from a different country. It's basically that type of feeling. So, wait for a second. So, as you know, Raiden basically kissed him. Izuku could say this. Raiden, it's been a while. Can you please get off of me? She would say this. Oh, don't worry. Besides, I'm basically, their Archon, so it doesn't really matter where we do our business, she would say. As all of the people there would just be saying, I can't believe that Raiden Shogun is actually kissing that guy. As one of them would say this. Wait, that's Izuku. As all of them would realize, as they would say, wait, Izuku the Thousand Elements? As all of them would just look towards him, as Izuku would just say, now you just realized? He would basically say, as all the people there would just say, they're, like, are they, as all of them were just, like, in shock, including the owner, which is currently, like, about to bring, the dongo to, like, bring the dongo, or at least their dongo, as in Izuku's dongos. But after seeing this whole situation, he would basically drop the dongo, as he would say this. I should be, as he would start leaving instantly. As this, like, during this whole commotion, Xiangling would just, hear it and would say, what the heck is going on? As she would basically look over and would see Izuku, being forced to be a goddamn chair for Raiden, as she would say this. Izuku, can you please explain this whole situation right now? As Izuku would look towards, look towards where Xiangling was, was basically standing, and Izuku would say this. Let me explain. She would say this. Oh, don't tell me. I would just ask her, she would say, as, Raiden would say this. Oh, might who you be? She would say, she would say this. Well, I'm Xiangling, one of Izuku's girlfriends. She would say this. Specifically Raiden, as Raiden would say this. Oh, really? She would say this. My name is Raiden Shogun. I am the Archon of this, of this nation, and you dare to stand before me and claim to be his, girlfriend. She would say this. I don't care if you're an Archon. Just get off of him. She would say this. How brave, but foolish. As she would get ready to, activate her ult by literally summoning out the large, booba sword. Oh, god damn it. As Xiangling would basically grab her, pole arm and would get ready to fight. As some of the patrons were thinking, well, we're dead, like all of them are agreeing. As Izuku would step in and would say this. Wait, hold on, Raiden, we should probably just think about it. As she would say this. Why? Why are you letting that girl, have the, wait for a second. Why are you letting that girl live? Besides, I'm your wife, remember? You promised to marry me. As after hearing that, she would say, specifically, Xiangling, she would say, wait, marry? She would say with an angry tone, as Izuku would say this. Alright, let me explain. As, Izuku would explain the whole story about it, including how he actually saved, Inazuma, as she would say this. I see. So, you're forced to marry her so you can protect this, nation from her, little event last time, she would say. As Izuku would say this. Yeah, haha. As Izuku would start scratching the back of his head, and, as she would say this. I do like you as a hero, but I don't like you for basically being, forced to do this. As, Raiden would say this. Either way, if you dare try and stop me again, I promise you, I will bring you to hell. She would say, she would say this. Bring it on. She would basically grab her, pole arm. As for Raiden, she would get ready her sword, as Izuku would try to calm them down. After the whole situation, Izuku would start leaving, with, Xiangling in tow, as Xiangling would say this. Izuku? As Izuku would say this. Yeah? As she would basically grab one of her dongos, and she would say this. Next time, please tell me about your other girls, as Izuku would say this. Yeah, I promise. But, remember, as she would say this. Oh yeah, my whole attitude. Don't worry about it. And next time, please tell me about it, including the rest of the girls, as Izuku would say this. Yeah, I should. And I also should probably tell about, about Kujisara as well, he would basically say. But when he arrives where, used to be, wait for a second, as Izuku would arrive where the rest of the gang is, as Izuku would say this. Here, I got your dongo, as everybody would start grabbing their dongo. As for Amber, Amber would see, a pinkish dongo, as she would say this. So, I was wondering, what flavor is this? As he would say this. Oh, it's red bean paste. As she would say this. Beans? I thought it was supposed to be a dessert, not, some sort of snack. As Izuku would say this. Well, it is. It's not really, a, snack. It's more like, dessert. Red beans are basically, sweetened, so, as she would say this. Huh, weird. She would say, as she would grab some dongo off the stick and would start eating it, as she would have sparkles in her eyes, as she would say this. Whoa, it's so good. As, what's her name? As for Noelle, she would say this. Yeah. It reminds me back when it was still, as she would still be eating it. Mostly the, I think it was yellowish ones, I can't remember, as she would say this. Just like how I remembered it, she would basically say, as while they were talking, they would slowly hear the sound of flapping wings. As Izuku would look towards where the direction of that sound is, as Izuku would say this. Wait, Kujo? As she would say this. Izuku, you're here. After saying that, all of the girls would look towards, where that voice was, as they would look over and would see Kujisara. As Noelle would say this. Izuku? Who's that? Said Noelle, as Izuku would say this. Oh, this is Kujisara. She's one of my companions. And, as she would say this. Izuku, can you please tell me who they are? Who they are? As Izuku would say this. Oh, this is, my other girlfriend. After saying that, Kujisara would start to have a little bit of a dark aura nearby her. As Izuku would say this. Kujo, what are you doing? As she would say this. Oh, really? Then, as she would basically grab Izuku, as, she would basically start to, straddle him. Oh boy. After all the girls see this, all of them would start, glaring towards Izuku's direction, as they would say this. Izuku, can you please explain this? All of them would say in unison, as Noelle is currently grabbing her claymore. Instantly, just like, I feel like I think it's about time if I'm going to make some fried burger. I think it's time for me to start making some fried burger. Oh no. Oh god. As, currently with Lumine is just saying, well, let the show begin, I guess. As Izuku would say this. Hey Lumine, can you help me with this? As she would say this. Nope, it's not mine. So, as she would start leaving with, Klee and Paimon in tow. As, all of the girls are basically getting ready to fight, including Kujisara, still pretty much, straddling on Izuku. As one of them would say this, specifically Noelle. Mind telling me why you're doing that to my Izuku, she would say, grabbing the claymore and literally, basically the sense of, death is basically around her. As Amber would say this. Yeah, what are you doing? I mean, she's our boyfriend. And as she would say this. I'm also technically his boyfriend technically her boyfriend is, technically his girlfriend I meant, as well, she would say. As all of the girls would just be surprised, as they would look towards Izuku, as you would say this. Well, she is right. I forgot to tell you all of you girls. As all the girls would basically, would sort of just be super angry at Izuku, but still mostly be angry at, at Kujo, as Kujo would say this. Either way, I'm here because I want to see Izuku again. Now, Izuku, as Izuku would say this. Yeah, Sarah? Or just Kujo? Or, I'm just gonna call her Sarah for now, as she would say this. Well, I was wondering, are you planning to go to the, fireworks festival soon?
I mean, it's going to be the summer festival, pretty soon, so, as Yuzuko would say this, oh yeah, yeah, pretty much, as she would say this. Well, me and, Raiden are planning to go there as well, so maybe you can join? As Yuzuko would say this. Oh, sure. After hearing this, all the girls would start glaring towards her, as, Kujisara would have a smug face. Oh god, Izuku's definitely gonna get his ass kicked. As, she would say this. Okay, good. And as for all of you girls, as all of the girls would basically look towards, Kujisara, as Kujisara would say this. I'm gonna be, how do I say this? Sorry about that. She would say this. And as for you girls, I want to say this. I'm gonna be a part of Izuku's harem, if you don't mind. Right next to, my mistress, to Mistress Kujusara. Not Kujusara, I meant. To Mistress Raiden Shogun, she would say. As the girls would slowly become a little bit even more angry. As one of them would say this. Then why should we? Exactly, as she would say this. Well, if you don't, well, let's just say the Vision Hunt decree would continue if you don't let her in. Including me, she would say. As all of the girls would just be wide-eyed, as one of them would say this. What? But I thought Izuku stopped it. As Izuku would say this. Well, you see, the reason how I stopped it is, as Izuku would explain how he actually stopped the Vision Hunt decree, and how he actually defeated, Raiden Shogun. As all of the girls would have angry faces, as, Noelle would say this. I'm gonna kill an Archon today, she would say. As all of them are just saying, whoa, please do not, as everybody's basically trying to stop her, as Izuku would say this. Please do not, Noelle, and please, it's all consensual, I swear. As she would say this. Fine, but I'm still not happy about it. I mean, you're basically being forced to marry her because you're going to save this country. As Izuku could say this, yeah. But it's for the greater good, I guess you can say. As, Kujisara would say this. Now, good. I should be leaving now. Hope to see you then. As she would start leaving, as all the girls would start glaring at her, as everybody would start leaving as well, including Izuku. As they would arrive where Klee, Paimon, and Lumine are, as she was talking to, Toma. As Izuku would say this. Toma, it's been a while. As Toma would say this. Izuku, you're finally here. And, who are the other girls? As Izuku would say this. Oh, this is, the rest of my, harem, he would basically say. As he was surprised, as he would say this. Oh, I see. I didn't know that. Anyway, continuing on, we're gonna be going to, what is it called? To the Kamisato estate soon. So be prepared. As everybody would agree and would basically pack, get all of their bags once again, and would start going towards, where, the Kamisato estate currently is. After the whole incident, back during the war, or in this case, I guess you could say sort of, Inazuman war arc, after the whole, destruction of that, part of the, Kamisato estate, they sort of fixed it. As Izuku would say this. Huh, it looks kinda new, as one of them would say this. What do you mean, Izuku said, yeah, said Hutao, as Izuku would say this. Well, during the war, it's sort of gotten destroyed thanks to the help of, some of, Kujisara's soldiers, as one of them would say this. I told you that girl was not really some good news. I knew that girl wasn't good news, she would say. Specifically, Noelle, as one of them would say this. Yeah, I agree. As all of the girls would instantly agree with her, including, a certain little girl over there, aka, Klee, as one of them would say this. Klee, why are you agreeing? As she would say this. Well, you're basically like Mama. And so I wanted to agree. wanted to agree, as everybody would start to blush, as, a certain, Toma over there would say this. Wait, you got one of the girls pregnant? And you have a child? As you would start looking towards all of the girls, as Izuku would say this. No, it's not like that, I swear. As everybody would start, started blushing. So the girls would start blushing, including Lamine, as, Toma would say this. Oh, I see. I thought you actually got a girl pregnant and, gotten a child. Oh god. You would basically start to laugh a little bit as, Noelle would say this. I wouldn't mind, she would say, as everybody would start looking towards her, as she would say this. What? As Izuku would say this. Either way, we should probably get into the house now. And so they would start going into the actual, Kamisato estate, or in this case, the, sort of like house, sort of, as they would walk in. While they got in, they would see, Ayaka basically there with a, light blue-haired man with a mole on his cheek, as he would say this. Ah, Toma, you finally arrived. Mind telling me who are they? As Toma would say this. Ah, I forgot to tell you. This is Izuku Midoriya, otherwise known as the, Izuku of the Thousand Elements, as, Ayaka would say this. Oh, hello Izuku, it's been a while. As some of the girls would start becoming a little bit, angry, except for Lamine for obvious reasons, as one of them would say this. So, Izuku, is this one of the girls that are basically in your harem as well? She said, Noelle with a, with a grin, but, with a little bit of a sadistic undertone, as Izuku would say this. No, she's not a part of my harem or anything like that. I meant anything of that sort. I mean, besides, we're basically just friends. As, she would say this. I see, she would basically say, as she would basically look towards, back at the girl, as the girl would say this. Welcome, and, who are you exactly? As all the girls would basically introduce themselves, including the whole, being in a relationship with the Izuku part, as everybody would just be in shock, as the blue-haired man would say this. Ah, so you're in that type of relationship. How interesting. And I didn't know that you actually, have a child now. As you look towards Klee, as Izuku would say this. Wait, no. This is not our child, or anything of that sort. This is just a friend's child. Or in this case, one of the Knights of Favonius. As one of them would say this. So you're one of the Knights of Favonius? Said Ayaka, god damn it! As Ayaka would say this. Well, nice to meet you. The name's Ayaka. Kamisato Ayaka. As she would say this. The name's Klee, she would say. As she would say this. Nice to meet you, Klee. As they would shake hands, as this man would say this. So, mind telling me your name exactly? And also, your skills in swordsmanship. As Izuku would say this. Already pretty famous here, so just call me Izuku for now. And I'm actually sort of good with swordsmanship, I guess, as you would say this. I see. Then, allow me to introduce myself. The name is, as you would start bowing down, as you would basically say this. My name is Kamisato Ayato. I am the head of the Kamisato clan, and the brother of Ayaka. After saying that, Izuku would say this. Oh, I see. Nice to meet you then. He would basically head out his hand as he would basically shake it, as Izuku would say this. So, nice to meet you, as he would say this. Likewise. I want to ask you this, as Izuku would say this. What is it? As he would say this. Well, I want you to, have a spar, as Izuku would say this. You want to spar? As he would say this. Yeah. I've been looking forward to try and fight you for a long time now, so I wanted to maybe have a fight with you. As Izuku would say this. Sure, why not? After saying that, he would say this. Good. Now, I should be preparing. As he would say this. You should probably get some sleep. After all, it is sort of nighttime now. After saying that, Izuku would look out of the window and would realize that it's already, almost nighttime. as everybody would, agree with that and would slowly, get the futon, and all of them would basically fall asleep. Like, all of the girls would basically just, like, lay on top of him, like, instantly. Like, just imagine that type of scene. As this happened, Izuku would slowly fall asleep. And as for, a pretty sleepy, Klee would basically sleep with Paimon, as Paimon is basically being used as a freaking, teddy bear. As Paimon would say this. Paimon thinks this is a bad idea in many ways, she would say, as after that, we basically end off the episode right here. So yeah, I'm gonna be ending this episode right off here, and so, I hope you liked the video, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye-bye!